Happy holidays! Hey, it's Saucy Mouth, and today I'm going to show you how to make a family favorite, at least in my family. It was my husband's grandma's recipe for English toffee. And today I'm going to put my little twist on it and show you how you can make your own candy for any holiday that you want. I can't wait to show you today. So for today's recipe that I like to call LaVonne's English Toffee, we're going to need 1.5 cups of white granulated sugar. I have 2 sticks of butter, and I'm using pistachios. So I have a 1/4 cup of pistachios, and I'm going to chop them up, and we'll put that at the bottom of our toffee. And then I'm going to need 3 bars of chocolate. So to get started, I'm going to turn on the stove, and I have mine at a medium-high heat, and I'm going to start off by putting the butter in. And I'm going to put both sticks of butter in and let that melt, and then I'm going to also add in the sugar at the same time and let that melt. We're going to go through a couple stages and watch how the sugar and the butter changes. But I'm going to show you that, and I also have a candy thermometer to show you the temperature, and I really strongly suggest you buy a candy thermometer because it'll help you along your way of making this so you won't burn your candy. So our butter is already melting really well, and now I'm just going to add in the sugar to go with it. And now this is where you really want to watch it and continue to stir and make sure that it doesn't burn, and you want to make sure that the sugar and the butter, they're going to start to turn brown, and then I'm going to show you how the stages should look, different stages should look. Meanwhile, while we are waiting on our sugar and the butter mixture, I'm just going to roughly chop up my pistachios, and it may get a little messy, but just finally chop them up, and then I'm going to add them to, let's see here, a 13 by 9 pan that I have pre-greased, and we're going to place the pistachios nuts on the bottom, and then that way when our sugar and the butter is ready for our to be the English toffee, our nuts will already be in place and it'll be poured over, and it's going to be so great. So I have pre-greased, like I said, the 9 by 13 pan. And now I'm just going to add the pistachio nuts in. Okay, and I'm just going to go like this. And they are even throughout. And let it sit. The reason why I'm using pistachio nuts is I love that green lime flavor color. And it's going to look super great with our English toffee. It's just an extra added little twist. So now I'm just going to tend to the English toffee part with the sugar and butter. And we just need to wait on it, and it's going to be so good. Alright, so if you can see here, this is what it looks like in my pot. And you can see that the butter's on top and the sugar's in the bottom. So I'm trying to do this fast, but look at this is another step that we're doing. Look at that. It's becoming kind of fluffy, and it's coming back together. So that's another step that you want to see. So look, now that we have that fluffy part, you get to the point where if you keep stirring and cooking, that it starts to separate again a little bit, and that's exactly what you want. Don't worry, just keep stirring. So if you can see this right now, look, it's become dark like the toffee color, and it's starting to combine again. There's a little bit of butter, but look at that. That's exactly what we want it to look like. And next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab over here my candy thermometer, and I'm going to stick it in here and just stir a little bit. And what I'm looking for is I need it to be 300 degrees. Look at that. I think we're perfect. See? So we are ready to take it off. So now we're going to just pour the toffee right in our pan. Make sure to get it all. And that's just going to separate. There you go. We'll let it even out there. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, let's see here, the chocolate bars and put them throughout like this, and because the toffee mixture is so hot, it's just gonna melt the chocolate. And you just want to have a spatula or a knife, and once it melts it, you just want to thin it out over. Chocolate bars are ready to spread because they have melted, and you just want to spread it over evenly over that toffee. Just be careful. So look at this, it is fully melted, it's nice and smooth. And all we're gonna do now is I'm gonna put it in the fridge until it cools, and we're probably gonna let it be in the fridge for a good hour to two. And then we're gonna take it out and crunch up all of them, and it's gonna look so good and be so great. So as you can see, our toffee has cooled in the fridge and is ready now for us to pick apart and place on a plate. Now I want to show you this because this is so nice. But look at that, those pistachios look so great. That color of that lime green, oh, it's fabulous. So as you can see, actually by me doing that, this stays in really well. So what we're gonna have to do is you take just like a butter knife and you chisel down in there till you and you work at different sides until you get it to come up, and then you just start serving it on a plate. Look at that, a big chunk came out, so that makes it nice and easy. So all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna break off pieces, and I'm gonna work really fast because I don't want the chocolate to start melting on me. So you can decide how big or small you want your pieces to be, but I just kind of, you know, do different sizes for everything because I'm gonna place mine on the plate. But I've also put mine in little clear baggies with some pretty ribbon on them and handed them out for holiday gifts for people. And that's something that you could think about doing to give out if you're going to give this to friends or family as a gift. Oh, it smells so good. I love this. But look at this. Perfect. All right. There's little pieces in here that I am going to eat. Mmm. 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 So good. Who doesn't love candy around the holidays? And who doesn't love candy anyways? I really hope you try out this English toffee and try it out for your friends and family. And you know what's even great about this is you can add in whatever nuts that you want to try yourself. You don't have to stick with the pistachios that I used today, but you can add in walnuts, pecans, anything else that may fancy your tongue palate. Anyways, for this recipe, check out my website at www.saucymouth.com. And until then, I really hope you enjoy this wonderful holiday treat. Thanks.